Watercooler, Watercooler, Watercooler.
Hello and welcome to Watercooler episode number 319, also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 43. Thank you so much for tuning in to this wonderful program. It's a pleasure to have you. And I, Chris Oxman, I'm just kicking it with my Corolla Digital Buds Philly style. With me today, Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hey, Matt. Mike Dawson's here.
Hey, Matt Fondelier.
And through the power of technology, Gary is remote, but he is kind of here. What's up, Gary?
Hey, Loxy.
Yeah, so Gary still testing posy for the COVID.
Waiting for that neggy.
So
Looking
you
for
got
it.
to keep testing until you get a negative test. Is that the deal?
That is what Dr. Drew has told me. If I had tested positive or negative today, I could have come in. I've reached the 5-day mark, but I need a negative test now.
Oh, okay, so it's been 5 days.
Yeah.
That's the minimum.
When did
5
we
days
all,
was yesterday. Yeah.
when
Gotcha.
did we all decide we're going to listen to what Dr. Drew has to say?
It's funny. Yeah.
Gary,
It was
now,
1894 from me, Matt.
yeah. Gary, you do understand that you can't use the same test that you used last time when you tested positive. You have to use a brand new test when you test for COVID.
I've actually been keeping them and dating them. So I have all the tests from the different days.
Take him out for dinner first?
Scrapbook.
Yes, he's gonna scrapbook them. They're keepsakes.
Now,
Pass them down.
Gary, you're obviously zooming in from your office. We've seen your background many times. Of course, the Banksies, the water cooler artwork. But what I see now for the first time appears to be Toy Story stickers on your mirror. Am I
So
correct?
they appear to be Toy Story.
That
but
looks
I'm
like
checking-
Slinky Dog and Buzz Lightyear. Back
They
me up,
don't
Chris.
appear to be Toy Story. They absolutely
definitely-
are stories of the toy on his mirror.
They actually aren't. They're animals in Christmas hats.
That is Slinky Dog, that is Buzz Lightyear, and that is Ernie from Sesame Street. Just randomly there. But
Something,
he's
yeah, I
there.
don't know why he's there. Okay, so this is actually an even more egregious foul. You still have Christmas decorations up, Gary.
Yes, Matthew. My
The man's
son
sick, Matt. Give
put
him
Christmas
a break
stickers
here.
in my mirror, and I haven't moved them.
That really does look like Buzz
Give him a
Lightyear, right?
break.
I think
Yeah,
what's
it does.
more egregious is that we're talking about it.
Well, you
Wow.
know what, Doss, you of all people should be appreciating these Toy Story references
Yeah, see, I was
Why me
helping
of
you
all
transition.
people? Why me of all people?
because you are in the land of Toy Story. So I can't wait for this, guys. So typically, like Matt, when you go to Disneyland, you do a Shay or Gary goes to Disneyland or Kayla or something. I don't want to hear about it. I've been to Disneyland. Who gives an F? But there's one guy who, when he does go to Disneyland, I want to hear about that experience, and that is Mike Dawson, who happened to have gone to Disneyland yesterday. Just, I can't think of a more random place where I'd find you on a day off. But yeah, you went to Disneyland, so I can't wait to hear about it. We got a lot to unpack.
Didn't run into any Toy Story characters.
No?
No, not one.
Didn't go to Toontown?
Yeah.
No. Does that exist?
You mean on a real map?
No, in Disneyland.
Because the answer is yes for both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just to the left of the Small World Council.
They don't give you paper maps anymore.
Oh, really?
And they make
Like
you
it's all in your
download a
app.
fucking app. So if you
Yeah.
want, they're like, fuck that. I'm not looking at my goddamn phone. F
Right.
you.
What
That's-
lands did you go
That's
to?
the attitude you bring to Disneyland.
Can we go to his stories now, or is there more to get to?
Let's go to his stories, Doss.
That's all you, man. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it is all me, and I'm saying,
Okay.
let's go to your stories, my friend. So, Dawson and I, we worked a live show in Brea, and Dawson pulls me aside, like, I just came up on some Disneyland tickets. I'm thinking of going. And all I could do is just go, yes, you have to go. You need to go. I need this to happen. It's like tossing a grenade into Disneyland. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Well, actually, not a grenade. That's not the right thing because people would actually get hurt. But it's just, the inexplicable could. I'm really just giving Disneyland a run for its money here. Hey, guys,
So
I'm putting this thing that's completely, I think, out of place into your atmosphere, and I want to see how it reacts. So tell us I guess where do we even start with
Sunday night in Brea? I'm walking around before the first show, right before the first show started, and somebody goes, Dawson, and I run over there, and I know I recognize the guy, but I'm not quite 100%. You know, my head's in a whole bunch of different places. And we're about to start the show, and I say hi to the dude. He's like, "Do you got tomorrow off?" I'm like, "Yes, I do."
And tomorrow being a Monday,
says you want to go to Disneyland, and
Was he wearing a trench coat?
No.
Okay, good.
And I look, and I just kind of look confounded, I guess. Like, I'm processing the question, do you want to go to Disneyland? And he goes, do you know who I am? And I go, yeah.
Mickey?
And I say his name.
Yeah.
And he's our friend Eddie, who works for Disney and can get some passes. And he's like, I got passes. They have to be used. They can't be used. And I'll look bad if these aren't taken.
Oh,
I got 3 tickets.
Doss, you're going to
Can
do
you
this.
feel it?
You're doing this guy a solid.
Huge
You're
favor.
doing him a favor. Like,
Huge favor.
How
So
much
now-
is it to get in Disneyland right now? Does anybody
I don't
know?
know.
If you're Southern California,
$375 a person.
That's
It's
right.
absolutely
Shut up.
absurd. If you're-
$375
I'm being-
a person?
I'm being euphemistic
Wow.
a little bit, but like even for just a single park, it's well over $100 a person.
Yeah, if
If
you
you
are
want to get into park offers, it's a whole different game.
if you're a Southern California resident, they have deals for like the middle of the week. If you want to go for like a multi-day experience, you can get tickets for like $110, but you have to go at least 2 days, so you're talking $220 at that point. But if you are like myself and my wife and you just want to go get park hopper passes, Gary was not far off. They're probably $330 plus you're going to pay $20 to $30 for parking.
Wow.
I'm never going to do that again.
You're dropping $700 before you've even stepped foot on that tram.
All right,
And Matt,
Doss.
let me slightly correct you. I just went to Disneyland recently. It was like $35 and change for parking.
There you
It's
go.
crazy.
So now I'm thinking I'm going to make this happen. I got to put a crew together. But the crew's got to be all in North Hollywood, and they all have to have capable cars because I'm not driving. I'm
Yeah.
supplying the free tickets.
You have to put together a tag
Yes.
team of
Yeah.
misfits.
So I
he's a
call
baby driver.
a couple of the regulars,
Baby driver, yeah.
and my drummer Rainin gets back to me and says, "Yeah, I'm coming." I'm like, "All right, sweet." I'm like, and then at the show, you probably noticed in the front table of the William Shatner show was Laura and Jane and Addie.
I saw them.
Brian.
They're in the front both shows then, because I saw them
Yeah,
in the
some
front
of
for
the
second
assholes were
show.
there.
Okay.
They were at the second show too.
Yeah.
And I know that the girl Jane lives in North Hollywood, and I know she's got a car. And I'm like, and she's there at the show right when I got offered these tickets, so I got to fill them. I'm like, hey, could possibly fill one right now. Now I know I definitely won't have to drive. Rainin drives. Before we get there, we smoke a huge joint. I pay for preferred parking because I said
Whoa.
everyone else is going $30, and there's a line. $30. The line to park for $30. You're going to be there for about 40 minutes before you can even fucking find a place to park. I'm like, fuck that. We're going preferred. So pay the extra $15 to go to preferred, and we could have saved 20 minutes on our day, except I was so stoned that when we got to a place where there was security barriers, my head went, we're at the park, right?
You're already there.
And we were supposed to meet Eddie at the park, and he was going to get us in. He says, text me when you get there. I text him, say we're here. And then Rainin and Jane are like, do we got time to go to the bathroom? I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Fucking, we're waiting around.
Yeah,
and then I
dude.
talked to Eddie. He's
You're
like,
in the
where are
park
you guys?
already.
No, dude. No, we still got to walk fucking 20 minutes to get to the gate. So I'm like, we finally hook up.
So
we
Dawson,
get close to Eddie, and I go, before we even get there, I just say, okay, someone else lead now. We get in the park. I'm like, someone else has to lead. I'm 0 for 2. Fucking, so we met up with Eddie, went to see the Star Wars thing. There's a new Star Wars ride where you drive the fucking Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Right? And they assign you positions. They go gunner, pilot,
Nice.
fucking whatever. So then everybody piles in, and everybody's got controls and jobs and shit. And they made a roller coaster into a real life video game. Sure, the visuals are great, but I just want to ride a roller coaster. I don't want to fucking be a part of it. They give you enough control over the ride that you kind of think maybe you did something, but you really didn't.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm crashing into rocks. I was a pilot. I'm crashing into rocks. And there's, a few people that I don't know on this thing with them. What if they think I'm a horrible driver?
I think you're a horrible driver.
That guy totally fucking sucks, man. He cannot fly this spaceship.
Yeah. This driver's crashing into rocks. He's asking for paper maps. Like, we don't have that.
He's in the Ferrari of spaceships. Does he not know what the Millennium Falcon is?
Yeah.
Danger.
I call it the Falcon.
He thought he was in the park. He was in the parking lot. He's in the structure.
So
this guy's driving the Millennium Falcon?
Exactly. So we get out of there, and I'm like, okay, well, that's one ride we never need to do again. And then we are...
What time is it now, by the way? And you're
probably like noon.
Okay.
Noon 30. It's like noon 30. And
that's a weird way to say that.
And so...
You say noon 30?
Yep.
We sign up for the lightning pass thing. Like, if you look on your phone, you got a queue of what the wait times on rides are if you just go stand in line. So we start hitting all the low wait time lines and then plug in on the choose, a time you can go in.
Fast pass.
To another fucking thing.
Right.
And
the fast pass is you go and you basically take a ticket and it gives you a window. Like, okay, you come back between 2:45 and 3:30.
Yeah.
And we'll
Chris,
get
hold on.
faster.
They've recently changed that system, and now it's something called Genie Pass that you have to pay for. So, Dawson, did you and your friends pay for that?
Yes, it was paid for.
Okay.
See, that's all.
Yes, Jane paid for it. Rain and drove. Jane paid for the Genie Pass, and
you crashed the spaceship.
And I crashed the spaceship. Right.
Did you guys go to the bar afterward?
No.
There's a Star Wars bar right there.
The cantina is there, but there's a huge line to get in that. And like, fuck you, we're here for a day. We're here for free.
They only play one song when you walk in. Yeah. Is that song just on loop?
It should be, but it's probably not.
Austin, did you guys mule in booze?
No.
Oh, off-brand, bro. JV, come on. You got to pump those numbers up.
Wow.
Dang, dude.
I did bring in a pill of mushrooms.
Oh.
Let the man finish, Gary.
I retract my previous statement. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong.
He just went from JV to college athlete, baby.
So,
you really gave it the college try.
I did. I did.
Get that reference
Gave
later.
my best shot.
I got it.
So we did. Then we went to. I guess we did the rides. We did Space Mountain, Big Thunder Railroad, the Matterhorn.
What point did you take the mushrooms?
After Jungle. After the Jungle Cruise.
Oh, after. Oh, you should take it before. Those jokes probably would have been
The guy
funny.
was terrible. The guy was terrible. Anyway, it was a total microdose. So like no visuals, just a nice, cool feeling.
Cool.
And yeah.
Did it bring out the kid in you?
In the very beginning, yeah. But you know what the funny thing is, and I'm sure you guys have seen this and you've totally commented on this if you've been to Disneyland anytime recently, and you go there and you park. You are inside a parking garage that looks like a dungeon, and it's fluorescent lights and it's just cars everywhere, and it takes you a while to get through. And then you go to park and you're parked in this parking garage. There's no joy. There's no Disney. There's no nothing. But as you slowly get out, you start to walk down the path to Disneyland. There's some painting on the wall. There's some flowers.
You're
Starts
slowly.
to steadily, like when you pull into the parking garage, you do not see the sun until you finally walk out onto the designated, here's how you get to Disney path.
Yeah.
And as you go, the intensity just starts to build up. And by the time you're there, it's in full fucking swing of, fucking tra-la-la.
Yeah.
And you can
not a real
see
song.
that So it's hilarious. We were talking about it's like sensory deprivation, total sensory deprivation, and then they slowly enlighten you.
Yeah, it's
That's
it's
a trip.
putting
Almost like
it's putting
almost
the
like you walk down the path and it transports you into a new.
Oh yeah, it's like a long
Gates
door.
do that, you know. They transport you to another place.
Yeah, it's like what did they say? If you want to boil a frog, you have to like start from cold water and then get to the boiling point, and then it doesn't even notice before you have a delicious meal.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that the?
It's exactly right, Chris.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how the saying goes.
The old college try there.
So I got a corn dog.
My mouth's watering.
You tell anyone to fuck off?
I didn't tell anyone.
pet a goat?
I didn't pet a goat.
Okay.
Didn't tell anyone to fuck off. Just got a corn dog.
This isn't Dawson's land.
Yeah. Okay.
And the mask rules there. So the mask rules were if you're inside, you got to wear a mask.
All right,
There are lines that go inside, outside,
that tracks
inside,
for California.
outside.
Yeah.
And you're inside, they make you wear a mask. Most of the time, a lot of the time I didn't, but you know they're always coming to you and pointing at their nose.
Yeah, boy.
And
Oh, that's an interesting point.
one dude, they're asking us all day to put our masks on, and one dude in the haunted mansion did it best. He walks up to me, and he sees, in his graveyard fucking looking shit. And he walks up to me, and he just stands right in front of me, and he goes, "Where was your mask, sir?" And I just start fucking laughing, pull it out. Yeah, sorry, dude. Right on, man. I like your style, bro.
Yeah, in character.
Yeah. And then went on the Haunted Mansion and then got off the Haunted Mansion. And, as soon as the ride started, I just take off my fucking mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Really?
supposed to.
They didn't stop you,
Well, you get out of their view.
dude. I've been in that ride. They have cameras. They could see everything that goes on in those little. Doom
we
buggies.
weren't the only ones doing it. I would say about half of Disneyland was doing exactly what I was doing. There was a lot of compliance, but there was a notable rebellion.
That's good.
Yeah.
So that's
We
why
weren't the only ones doing
okay.
it.
You didn't steer the Millennium Falcon because you were part of. You were more of an X-wing guy in the rebellion.
Now, I kept a mask on for that one.
Okay.
But no, it's Smuggler's Run, dude. You're a smuggler. You're flying the Millennium Falcon for Hondo, bro.
I know.
You got to pick up a load of something on some planet.
That's too much pressure.
You got to go
I
through
wouldn't do that.
light
Sounds like
speed.
you gotta drop a load on some planet.
Drop a load.
Yeah.
Boner time. So boner time. Yeah, and then after the mansion thing, we just fucking took off. And as I was riding home, a muscle in my thigh just kept going, like, because I've been walking all day.
Yeah, get those steps in.
And this thing, and it still has been going a couple of times today, and it's like, fuck you, stop.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I fell asleep at like 10:30 last night and just fucking went right to sleep.
You
I
didn't
was
have
exhausted.
You didn't have a pedometer?
No.
Those are very
Pedometer.
useful. Very
Pedometer.
useful at Disney properties.
Trust me, every kid should have a pedometer
Yeah.
at Disneyland. Parents too.
Yeah.
I think
It's educational.
Yep.
God damn it.
No, but it was great though. It was the best part about it.
Was that was free?
Well, okay, that was this. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't free.
Yeah.
But the best part about it was after we got in the park and I took some obligatory pictures to send to my mom and be like, I'm at Disneyland. You won't be hearing from me till tomorrow. And then I shut my phone off, didn't hear it all day, didn't touch it all day, and had my first real day off of work in God knows how long.
Yeah.
Everybody should do that.
It's good feeling.
I would say, yeah,
Nice of you to pick a day we legitimately had off to do it this time.
Yeah.
I got lucked. I lucked out. It's like the fucking stars came through.
Yeah. I would say that Disneyland is probably the best place where you can tell like your mom that or somebody like, hey, you're not gonna hear from me all day. Just know I'm at Disneyland. Like Alaskan wilderness, camping, even just I don't know, just going for a run. I'd be worried if I didn't hear all day. But Disneyland, I think you're safe, especially if everyone has the pedometer. Now, let's see. There's so much to unravel. Did you go park hopping? It sounds like you just went to Disneyland.
We tried to get into California Adventure, and it turns out our tickets weren't park hoppers. We were like, that's cool, thank you.
Okay.
And we ran back to Disneyland.
You got the stamp. Do they still do that at least?
No, they
Just keep
don't.
that
You just need
stamp
to hold
with a
on to
high-
your ticket. You can just get back in with your ticket.
There you go.
Oh.
That makes
Because they
sense.
scan it and they take a picture of you when you walk in.
Right.
So
I
if someone
see.
else comes in with your ticket, they'll scan it and be like, that's not you, dude.
They really have thought of everything. Back in my day, Dawson, where I would park, there's a liquor store across the street from Disneyland. It's still there. It's on Catella. And I would just park there at the liquor store, and then me and my friends would just walk over through downtown Disney and just go to Disneyland or any show we want.
Nice.
Yeah.
Living the dream, man.
That's how we had our free parking. We had a jaywalk across.
Well,
But
I don't
it's been a
need to.
while.
I don't
Probably
need to go to
can't do it anymore.
Disneyland for another 10 years.
Yeah. Now you got to go to California
cool.
Adventure, though.
I'd like to go. I want to
Yeah.
go to California Adventure, but
Brad Spiderman.
no, it's neat. I've been kind of aching to go for the last 5-10 years, and now, good. All right, dude, that's quenched.
Yeah, exactly. You're fulfilled. Now, Gary says he doesn't say noon 30.
Not.
Yeah, and he was actually shaking his head like that's too weird. Why would you? So so noon 30. We're really just divided here. That's a thing.
Well,
Yeah, it's just easier.
It
So
makes
what?
sense, but yeah, I don't know why. It just doesn't feel natural.
I mean, I
leaving
should
my
say I
mouth.
wouldn't put it into a work email, but if I'm just talking with friends,
Oh, okay.
I absolutely say
it's
it.
more like just like a casual slang.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
I've
say
said
that
it
to
in
like
an
a
email.
publicist.
I've sent it in an email.
Yeah.
I guess not to a publicist, but I don't really talk to them.
Sometimes I've said
No shame here.
12 noon instead
Yeah,
of
we
12
don't CC
PM.
you on those, Dust. Nothing. I'm just kidding. Well, anyway, I'm glad you went to Disneyland. I'm glad that you got it out of your system. I can't wait to hear about your return in 2032 when you got that hunger again and Disneyland is $4,000 a ticket.
No, I'll go back to California Adventure. I missed that, dude. I want
In all honesty, I think you preferred it. That seems
I
more
wanted
like
to
your
ride
vibe.
roller coasters, so we rode all the roller coasters, but there's no
Peter Pan?
really didn't ride it.
Really missing out.
What was the wussiest ride you went on? Like, you go on Small World, you go on
The
Mr.
Jungle
Toad's,
Cruise.
Wonder
Jungle Cruise is fucking
Emporium.
lame.
Jungle Cruise is pretty.
That is I like that
My
ride.
friends
I do
wanted
too,
to
but
do
it's-
it, so I just let it happen.
That's a good way to go about life. And you weren't impressed by the jokes?
Were you hoping the
I
Rock
wasn't
would
impressed
show
by
up?
the guy delivering the jokes.
You thought they were good jokes. You just thought
They weren't good jokes, but you can make them funny if you are good at your job.
Yeah.
It's all written for you. There's nothing new under
I
the
thought
sun
they come up
on
with
that
their own
fucking
jokes.
thing.
They don't come up with their own jokes.
I'm sure they have like a little
There's
book.
a little leeway, but
Yeah.
no, there's established jokes.
Yeah, I mean, some of them do use the same jokes, but I thought they just get passed down a little bit. But
And
you can
then-
still do your own thing.
Because this guy wasn't good, he tries to berate us for not laughing at his poor performance.
No courtesy laugh from you. You know how hard it is up there.
I laughed at one. Dude, the guy fucking driving the Jungle Cruise boat does not need my approval.
To be fair, he might need your approval more than most.
So fucking a dude goes around and he said something about like some water shoots up and he goes, "Look out, it's going to happen again." And then it doesn't. And he goes, "That's just some dry humor, folks." And I go,
That's a good joke.
there, I gave him that.
That's a good joke.
I chuckled a little bit.
Yeah, but you did the condescending chuckle.
No, that wasn't a
That was a
condescending
real
chuckle.
guffaw?
That was a real guffaw.
Okay.
That was good. I enjoyed his joke.
All
Thanks,
right.
Chris.
Look, I'm just
No, that was not condescending.
okay. Just
No, it was a
making
good-
sure.
It was a good chuck.
It was condescending.
It was a good chuckle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
And then we're getting off the boat, and he's like, the joke that they say when you get off the boat is, if you had a good time, my name is Brian. If you didn't have a good time, I'm Kevin.
oh
See you
yeah,
later."
that's a classic
You know?
one. That's a classic one they do.
This guy says, if you had a good time, my name is John. If you didn't have a good time, you're all idiots. That was his. I'm like, wow.
What a send-off.
You're terrible at your job, and you insult us.
Yeah, I don't know about that,
And
John.
the boats broke down while we were in line. So for like 20 minutes, we're in the middle of the line. For 20 minutes, we're standing there going nowhere. And like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
So it took like an hour and 10 minutes to get to that shitty performance.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it was early on in the day. Like, they wanted to go. I said, cool, no problem. We go as long as we get it done early.
See, I blame the movie because back in the day, Jungle Cruise was an easy walk-on ride. You would never have to wait for very long. But after the movie came out, I'm assuming everybody wants to now go experience it.
Yeah, same with Pirates.
Yeah, but that was
Indiana-
always kind of a busy ride to begin with. But Jungle Cruise was dead in the water.
Nobody went on Indiana Jones until the movie came out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did do the speed pass on Indiana Jones, and the cool thing about that now, the cool thing
You
about
didn't drive
the
that
COVID
one, did you?
restrictions is that they queue you up outside, and then they let like 10 people through at intervals, enough people to fill one of those Jeeps. And by the time they let you in, you get to walk through the whole Indiana Jones thing, and you're pretty much on your own.
That's cool.
Like, there's nobody 10 feet in front of you or 10 feet behind you.
That's one of the cooler
so
lines.
I'm sure they're doing it is, yeah. And so
too.
you
It's
can
like
kind of walk
you're in that
through
universe. And
Yeah,
that,
fucking look at shit.
Tug on the rope.
So that's kind of neat because usually you're standing there fucking in line with a bunch of people
Yeah.
claustrophobic.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, Dawson, was that your experience for the new Star Wars ride too? Because when I went about 9 months ago, that was how it was for Star Wars too. They queued you up all outside and then kind of stopped you, and then they're like, "Okay, go," and you just walk through the whole interior part with all the stormtroopers and all that cool shit, which I kind of hated because I'd never done it before, and I felt like I kind of rushed through what was supposed to be an experience where you're supposed to stand there and look at it all.
They did not send us through everything. They sent us up, and then we got to one of the indoor line rooms. Mm-hmm. And then I had to wait in line for a while. So,
What is in the history of our lives in theme parks, gentlemen? Because I mean, rides have come and gone.
Sure.
What was the best line, or is the best line?
Indiana Jones.
It's Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's definitely up there.
But check this out. So, last thing, dude, and this was fucking kind of scary. I let myself get a little scared, and this is pre-mushrooms. Fucking, we're walking out of the Star Wars land, and finally, as we're walking out, I see stormtroopers. There's a stormtrooper patrolling on the roof.
Nice.
And then up on another fucking scaffolding thing is one of the fucking Sith Lords.
Darth Maul.
Maybe that's the Kylo Ren guy.
Boba Fett.
Fucking, and two stormtroopers around him. And this guy in his fucking black helmet and a scary looking motherfucker, right? And I kind of, there's a bridge, and if I get under the bridge, he can't see me, but he's on a scaffold. So I kind of get to the edge of the bridge and look up to just where I can see his helmet. And he's looking straight ahead at one point, right? And I'm just staring at him, and all of a sudden he goes, and his helmet turns fucking right at me. And is just fucking staring me down. And, when you get that little bit of fear, you're like, oh, dude, all right, you're feeling it. Give into it. Be scared. This is real. This guy's a fucking bad Jedi, and he might kill you right now. Fucking, so...
This is before the mushrooms.
This is before the mushrooms. And I tuck my head under the bridge so he can't see me, and then I peek it out again, and he's still fucking scared, staring at me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude.
Committed.
Yes, very, very trippy. And he was calling out people in the audience, and, apparently you can interact with these guys by saying something that means you're allegiant to the Empire.
Oh.
And they'll fucking thank you for your allegiance to the Empire and shit like that. I'm not doing that.
That's cool.
Dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm a rebel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
You just smuggled a bunch of stuff through Smuggler's Cove in 10
That's right.
parsecs. I don't know what the quote is, but well, I'm glad you had a good time, man. It sounds like you had a great time.
It's great to have a day off.
Yeah.
And at Disneyland.
Yeah.
For free. All in, the day cost me $55.
What'd you
That's
eat?
insane.
A corn dog.
Nice. The
And
huge one? Like,
and
don't
a
they have
little
like...
mandarin orange.
A mandarin orange.
Did you
It was
smuggle
either
that mandarin
a corn
orange
dog
in?
and that, or a corn dog and a bag of chips.
Oh, that's
I'm like,
part of
I don't
the
need the
meal.
chips.
Part of
Yeah.
Did you get a kid's meal, Dawson?
No, I got to. That's the way they sell them at the corn dog thing.
Yeah. Did it come with a toy?
No.
Okay. All
No,
right.
yeah.
All right, just making sure.
Oh, really? Are you really making sure?
What
Because they got toy stores everywhere in
Dawson,
Disneyland.
you're
You
the
think
one-
they're going to give them away in a meal with a corn dog
You're
at
the one.
Disneyland?
You're the one on mushrooms, not me, man. I'm just trying to be clear here.
Did you get
You
a
got a corn
souvenir?
dog and a cutie at fucking Disneyland, and you're questioning Chris? How dare you?
Did you get any souvenirs?
No.
What?
First time in Disneyland in 3 decades.
You
what
got to
am
get
I
a
going to do
souvenir.
with the fucking souvenir?
Look at it and remember that great day.
Yeah, I'll use my memory for that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. One time I. Yeah.
My
That's a
God.
big buck.
Do you get a souvenir?
I usually get a little candy. Bring home some candy. It's an edible souvenir. It's an edible souvenir.
Not a souvenir. How dare you?
Like, I remember when I bought this yesterday.
After you eat it, you just forget the whole thing.
Yeah. Dawson had a mandarin souvenir and a corn dog souvenir.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
feel
you
like
guys
the
only
corn
got
dogs
one
got
souvenir?
smaller though. I gotta be honest. I feel like the corn dogs got smaller. I'm not sure, but I feel like they got smaller.
Interesting.
Yeah. They at California Adventures, they're known for having their huge corn dogs, like massive.
Oh, they exist.
Right? Don't they have like a massive girthy corn dog?
Girthy. That's what the signs say. Big
You
girthy
know.
corn dogs. Come and get them, kids.
They actually stay veiny.
That's fun. All right. Well, Doss, I would have done things differently had I gone to Disneyland, but it sounds like you still had a good time, so I'm happy.
It's important though to point out how
He
you
would have
disagree
done it
with me.
differently. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would
I
you,
disagree
Chris?
with
What
your
would
whole
you have
trip.
done differently? You wouldn't have taken the mushrooms. That I know.
I wouldn't have taken the mushrooms. That's
It was a
correct.
microdose, dude. It was barely anything.
Yeah.
I would
It
have
was,
had
it was a light tickle.
I would have
Listen,
had
I have the
a
nothing.
few more
new thing
meals.
that I do where I do mega microdosing, which is where you just take a normal amount of drugs.
When's the last time you did that?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, I'm really happy you went. Like it really just when you were telling me you're going to go yesterday or 2 days ago, like I was just pumped for you. That was my icebreaker to Matt today. I see Matt and he's like, "Hey Chris, how was your weekend?" I'm like, "Dawson went to Disneyland." I'm not
True.
Nice to know I occupy your every thought.
Yeah. Oh, you
I
live.
think Chris, you actually did. Oh, did you come in yesterday? Oh, cool. Dawson went to Disneyland.
Yeah. You, Doss, you live rent free here. You always have a house
There you go.
right now in my brain.
Nice.
And you are.
I'm gonna put it in
you
a
come
pool.
and go.
I'm gonna put it in a pool
Above
next
ground,
week.
below ground, whatever you want, man. It's all yours. You can do.
I need to.
You can do it. It's
I need
your.
to break out the third bedroom and put it in a walk-in closet.
It's your
too.
space,
so there's
baby.
Some construction going on. Up
Yeah,
there.
it's
Right.
yeah. Remodel if you want to bump out something, you can bump it out. All right, it's whatever you want, dude.
I'm gonna get a third dog too, so there might be some barking.
Get a fourth.
Yeah. All right.
It's a little too much dog.
All right.
Anyway,
You have the chance.
Too much dog.
There you go.
there it is. All right.
A lot of dogs now. It took me a second to find it.
Yeah, I know we don't hit that one. Let's see here. You guys want to do some comments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All righty, and once again, these are all comments found within our Facebook group. That's right, us, the guys at the Watercooler, the Bobo Boys, the Bobo Boy Army has a Facebook group. And I suggest if you're listening to this and you are not part of it, please join. It's very easy. All you have to do is go to facebook.com/groups/Bobo Boy Army Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions, and we may let you in. And as I always say, it's my favorite place on the internet. So let's kick this one off with a comment that pretty much broke the internet. It's from David Hundley. So, and before I guess this kind of explains it. So David Hundley, he shared a link, and it's like, and he goes, on the Patreon episode this week, Matt mentioned he was on the game show Lingo. I used to love that show, so I thought if I could do a little sleuthing and find the episode with Matt, because Matt has not seen this episode since
Since it aired. That's right.
And we put it out to Patreon. Just say, if anybody finds it, I'd love to see it. I've been looking for it. Can't find it. Don't even know how it even started now. Well, David Hundley, Matt, he found it. He said he actually found it pretty quickly.
I was very impressed with how quickly he found it.
Yeah. And he shared the link, and it's gold. The whole thing is it's beautiful.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, Matt, can
we hear it?
Well, actually, I want to do a breakdown of this. So, I think we should do it next episode. We break down a few
on the Patreon.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
We break down a few clips from it.
Sure.
Because it was everything you said it was, Matt.
Yep.
The way you described it, your memory of it was very accurate.
I was very glad to see that because, like I said, I had not seen it myself. I just, it happened when it happened, and then I watched it the very first time that it aired. That was 2007, and so I have what I assumed was kind of how the whole experience felt, and it was very satisfying to see, for example, seeing the host of the show say the monkey rule, which was my number one memory from the whole experience.
You're like, I knew it. I knew I wasn't crazy. This really happened.
It really happened.
Yeah.
Now, and you and Drew, your teammate, very fun to watch. It was entertaining. I saw you share it on your Facebook, Matt. And someone commented, "Oh, I see you were still using your tour guide voice."
Yeah,
which alerted me because we all used to talk about your podcast voice. You had a very enthusiastic podcast voice. And
it's the same voice.
Where's the enthusiasm
go? It's the same voice.
Where'd the enthusiasm go?
Gary knows.
You lost it.
Yeah.
Over the years. How did we find that?
I've grown bitter in my old age. I'm not nearly as excited to be on the microphone.
You're no longer enthusiastic about your work.
Yeah, enough hours behind the mic.
Can we get a little taste of it just so Dawson knows?
Yeah.
Well, did you watch the clip?
No.
I can give you guys a little
there we go.
Before we dive in. Here we go.
Welcome back to Lingo, everybody. Going to find out more about Matt right now. How you doing, buddy?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. Tell me more about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Southern California. I enjoy reading, writing, ping pong. Pretty exciting stuff.
There you go.
Now, Matt.
Wow, dude, you look so different.
It's crazy.
Now,
right?
dude, I cut that clip together 5 seconds after Hundley commented this and sent it to all of my friends.
Wow.
Yes, I did.
Yes, you did.
I was like, yeah, Gary had that cut.
He really did.
That's Chuck Woolery, isn't it?
That is Chuck
Yeah.
Woolery.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Now,
Very nice guy.
Okay, let's just break down that 11-second clip.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a podcast voice. You're very
Absolutely was.
You also do something with your face too, with your enthusiasm.
Smiling?
That's what it is. I haven't
done
seen
that
that in a
in so
while
long.
either. Yeah.
Happiness?
Yeah, happy to be there. Happy.
There's like a light in your eye.
No, there was some life in you. There was some life in you. You were young and naive.
Yep.
Yeah.
And had no idea the pain you would see in the future.
So true.
What would you tell that kid? What would you tell that 22-year-old Matt?
Just end it now.
Oh.
Go what you tell him. Go find another job, dude. This ain't worth it.
Yeah.
Invent
Computers.
Now,
Exactly. Get a job in tech.
Now, there's a few things. First off,
3 things exactly.
My least and / favorite, I guess, because it really goes either way in Jeopardy, is the right after the first commercial break.
Let's get to know the contestants. Always fast forward through that part of Jeopardy.
You hate that part.
I hate it
we
too.
straight up
I
fast
always
forward
fast
through
forward
it.
through it.
Yeah, because it's
I don't
really
need to know.
nothingisms, right? It's just
Completely. They give you
You don't need to know.
8 seconds.
And most of the only change that is ever going to take place if you watch that segment is you will like them less.
yeah, that's
Right.
true.
And it could be a lot less. It could be just a little bit less.
It's-
but you're never going to like them more based on what they tell you in that part.
Except in this case.
Yeah,
Do you guys not want to be friends with that guy or what?
Look, that guy sounds like
I was
a
born
guy
in
that I
Southern
want.
California. I enjoy hang gliding, skeet shooting, and I love the ladies.
Yeah, let's do this in real life. So let's get to know our contestant Gary Smith over there. Gary, tell us a little bit about yourself.
And you're not allowed to mention you work in entertainment business because you're on a television show.
No problem. Well, my name is Gary Smith. I was born and raised in Southern California. I like video games, chicks, and dogs. It's pretty fun stuff.
See, Dawson, I like him more.
Yeah.
Gary did it right. Now, I like chicks. That would be
I'm
pretty
trying
great.
to channel a 23-year-old version of me. This is not the 38-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, well, I was born and raised in Southern California. Got a loving wife at home, a 2.5-year-old who I couldn't adore more, and I really enjoy binging things on Netflix.
Yeah, I
Good
hate
time.
that guy. I hate that guy. Yeah, I like
Pretty exciting stuff.
All right, Dawson, let's try you.
What?
All right.
Oh, boy.
All right. Thanks. We are back on the show. Let's get to meet our contestants. We have Mike Dawson here. Dawson, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Fuck you, Bob.
And then it just goes a boop.
Yeah.
We've lost our signal.
Experiencing technical difficulties.
And locks him on us in my place. And we're back with Chris.
So, and the reason
Chris,
I say
tell us
about yourself.
Welcome back to the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
thank you, Matt. My name's Chris. I'm from Long Beach. I play the guitar, and I am a podcast. Oh, damn it! I enjoy challenges in game shows.
And then no reaction from the host. They just move on to the next person.
Yeah, there's
That's
nothing
how.
there.
It's a no win.
So they're not even listening.
Definitely not.
They're not. Like in Jeopardy, they actually those conversations are rehearsed, right?
Yeah.
Like
No,
because
what I
the
would
questions
say-
that they ask, like, oh, so I hear you're quite the vacationer, and you love to take road trips. Well, let's hear about that.
Yeah.
And then they have like a canned answer.
I'm just gonna say again, it's worth watching the whole clip. But my friend Drew's little aside with him was equally awkward and hilarious because he asked him about like being a military brat and moving around a lot as a kid, and he said to my friend, "Don't you like miss your friends?" And Drew said, "I'll just make new friends." Something like, I don't really
That's
care about
awesome.
the old friends. I'll just
That's
make new
great.
friends. Like, wow,
All
that
his old
was
friends are watching him,
hilarious.
cheering him on. They had a watch party. Yay, Drew's on Lingo. Let's get together and watch him. We haven't seen him in so long. We got to support. Drew just drops that bomb on him.
Yep.
Okay, so Matt, now let's Garrett, can we hear it one more time? Just Matt's 3 likes, because I don't think any of them are lies, and I think you handled it very well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Welcome back to Lingo, everybody. Going to find out more about Matt.
Hey, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Could
Oh, that was awful.
Could hear you
Here we go.
before. We had
Welcome back to Lingo, everybody. Going to find out more about Matt right now. How you doing, buddy?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. Tell me more about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Southern California. I enjoy reading, writing, ping pong. Pretty exciting stuff.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, that guy was single. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw sideburns. Though you did have pretty long sideburns there.
Yeah, is that a
Yeah, that was
velour?
definitely longer hair.
Is that a velour shirt you're wearing?
No, it's not
Okay.
velour. But yeah, no glasses, no
No
facial
glasses,
hair,
no facial
longer
hair, longer hair.
You do
shook
look
it.
like you have a soul patch, though.
Yeah, well, that time I had like a goatee,
Okay.
which was just what I was rocking all through college. But every once in a while, we just shave it off.
You shook his hands with just your fingers.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. I saw when you shook his hands, you guys just grabbed fingers.
Oh, boy.
That was more his
You
fault
didn't
than
get,
mine.
You didn't get
I think we have
palm
to see
in
it
there.
again. I think we have to
Yeah, I
see
don't
it
think you
again.
got palm in
I
there.
gotta see this. Let's see. We gotta see it again.
I don't know. It could have been through the Zoom a little glitch.
I'm pretty upset.
Welcome back
I'm
to
pretty
Lingo,
upset.
everybody. Going to find out more about Matt right now. How you doing, buddy?
Pause it.
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Good. Tell me more about yourself.
Pong.
Southern
That was
California.
Pong.
I enjoy reading, writing, ping pong.
Ping pong.
Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, I may have turned my hand over a little bit.
Reading, writing, ping pong.
Ping
You know,
pong.
dude, I'll tell you what, dude. If that was alive in front of a live audience,
It was.
I'd be shocked that there were no panties thrown on the stage. I mean, dude.
Yeah.
Reading, writing, ping pong.
Gary doing the fucking
Yeah.
slow-mo.
Reading, writing, which
It's
are
full
very
palming.
related.
They are very related.
See, now, I
Looking
would've
back,
said-
I wish I had not said the reading part.
I would have said, hey, Chuck, I like avocados, Alan Parsons,
Hey, guacamole.
and
Pot.
and weed, bro.
Microdosing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it, Matt.
Thanks.
It was a really. I'm still watching all of
I'm
it.
so excited that it was found.
What was your wife's impression of when you guys watched it together?
Well, first of all, she has not stopped repeating reading, writing, and ping pong ever since then. That's literally how I'm greeted now when I get home from work.
Yes.
I am getting roasted. But we did watch it together, and we were both laughing so hard the entire time. And I will say, without talking too much more about this, we'll save it for Patreon. But watching it this time was very fun because I found myself watching our opponents the entire time, which I had not paid much attention to the one other time I'd seen it. And they are fucking miserable.
What were their hobbies?
We're just destroying them the entire game. Spoiler alert. And it was very, very funny to watch them just crumple.
Just be victims of the monkey roll.
They really were.
Oh. Well, David Hundley.
That's great.
Thank you for sharing
You're a saint.
Jen, I showed it to Jen. Her one, she didn't think it was you. She's like, that guy does sound like Matt. That's crazy. And I'm like, no, that's Matt. And she was like, how old is Matt? I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, that shit looks like it's from the 80s.
Yeah. It's weird, right?
Yeah,
2007.
But yeah, I mean, and I'll be honest, because the reason this got brought up was because of Wordle and how similar and almost identical.
It's exactly the same, right? That's why I brought it up.
Dude, Chuck Woolery's got to be like 90 by now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
So that's how you can tell that was 20 years ago.
But the way I was watching you guys, you were very good, Matt. Andrew, too. But, like, you guys were a really good team. And I was thinking in my brain, like, you guys are working fast into the lights. And so it's pretty impressive. So nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you really brought it, dude. You really brought the thunder.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
And you know what? I kind of want to maybe we can hang out sometime and read and write.
What else?
Will there be
Maybe
ping pong
play
there?
some ping pong.
I love how Gary had that. He cut that and sent it out to people.
Oh, yeah. That's what friends are for.
Before Matt knew it was on the internet.
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
exactly
That's how
right.
you found out?
He texted me and said, Hunley found it. And I said, found what? And then he sent me the ping pong thing. And I went, oh, God damn it.
Amazing. Thank you,
awesome.
David Hundley. All right, do you guys want to do a few more comments here?
Yeah.
All right, Matt, we're gonna toot your horn just a little bit more here.
Ooh.
Brian Crockett just says, "Who's with me?" Matt Fondelier's explanation on how to eat bagels was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I did see one other commenter who said he disagreed. And I just thought, you disagree with fact, sir?
Yeah, I agree. That's why I agree with Brian.
Science is settled.
Now, speaking of food, though, we did have a little bit of food misinformation, a little bit more of it. Kevin Elwell says, Chris, pork cheeks are in fact jowl meat. They are the pork.
They're the cheeks.
Cheek. They do not come from pigs' asses.
Good to know.
Yeah, and they're also delicious and make a great taco. So I had it reversed. Pork butt is not actually the butt of a pig.
Aha.
Yeah, that's the ham. So like the pork butt is like the shoulder or something like that. I don't know. All very confusing.
We should just go back to naming it what it is. Like, don't call pork butt pork shoulder because it's not the shoulder.
Yeah.
Call it the butt if it's the butt.
As I said, and same thing with sweetbread. If it's like I'm gonna go up to Gary, hey Gary, you want some sweetbread? He would beat me up if he saw what I gave him. Yeah.
Rocky Mountain oysters, isn't that another one?
Oh, what is that? A loogie?
I think it's a wiener.
That's bull's testicle.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's right. It's a bull's testicle. That's totally right.
Yeah, that was close.
Let's see here. Jason Thomas says, "Hello, all. My wife and I were debating the salting of lemons. Do you all salt your your melons? I'm dyslexic, obviously.
Wow.
Do you all salt your melons? Also, got me to thinking: are there any other fruits that you guys salt? Tomatoes, don't count on a technicality. Woof woof.
I will be honest here. I've never done that ever, and I feel like maybe I'm missing out on something.
Gary,
I'm aware of the practice. It's not something I've ever tried myself.
Dawson.
Nope.
Well, boys,
Chris?
I'm about to blow your mind. Salt.
We're about to have a visitor.
Hey,
Oh,
Gary Jr.
Hi, Bubba. Oh, he's playing drops.
I love it. Did he just play the eagle drop? Now, did Gary
The donkey kick drop.
Did Gary Jr. just run in going, hey, you guys talking about salting melons? I got some thoughts.
No, he just heard me in here, and he's showing you guys his dinosaur.
Oh, that's a beautiful dinosaur.
Bubba, hi.
Hi.
There you go. Gary Jr.'s first official appearance on the water cooler.
Wow.
That's a cute kid.
I know.
Where did he get those looks from?
Nice
Not from
job.
you, buddy.
Nice job.
Water cooler.
All right.
Yeah.
He's not that big of a sellout, Gary. You have to pay him. You
Well-
gotta pay him if you want him to say anything for branding.
All right, guys. Well, anyway, speaking of microdosing,
Say it a little louder. Yeah.
all right, bye.
Wow, look
I
at
can't
him
hear us.
opening doors.
All right, well,
Not closing them.
blow your minds, guys. Salt your melons. At least your watermelon.
Yeah.
Salt the watermelon. It's lovely. Adds a whole other depth of flavor to
Is it
contrast
saltier?
the sweetness. It is saltier.
Like,
yes,
what's the
can't
appeal
confirm.
of it? Because I will put salt on my French fries. Thank you very much. But why a watermelon?
It just it's kind of like isn't it weird that salt and chocolate work?
It's
like there's
the
a
same
salt and a
reason
sweetness.
salt opens up taste buds.
Yeah,
essentially.
Sweet
Okay.
and salty work. Just ask Chunk Nibbles promo code Woof, and because it's literally on the top of their bag, sweet and salty.
Yeah, no, you're
and
right. I like
I've been
those
salting my
combos.
oranges lately too. It's
Really?
lovely. Yeah, just try it. Oh, and I hear putting pepper on your strawberries is awesome.
That's a lie. Don't do that.
Black pepper on the strawberries.
Really?
Yeah,
That
try
can't
it.
be true.
Just try it.
Who'd you hear that from?
Somebody who does wine tastings. So that it's
Sounds fake.
Oh, the guy who talks about how much diatomaceous earth and chocolate
no,
and
we make fun of those guys.
rosemary.
Just try it, boys, and watch out for pork butt. All right, let's see here. Let's do a couple more here. Tim Blankenship says, "Hey, Chris, how to watch horror movies without being scared?" And there's a picture of someone using watching a movie with their phone and putting a face filter on like the bad guy, so it looks kind of silly. And then you could watch the horror movie and you're not scared because it's like the guy
I
looks
did see that. That was
the guy
clever.
looks kind of funny. Now I do something similar, where my TV is visible. When I sit on my couch, I can see my TV through the reflection of a mirror or the window. Like I have two things. So if something bad's gonna happen, I look at the mirror or the window, depending on how bad it is. Window if it's really bad, and I just watch the reflection of the scene. It actually
helps.
It actually helps.
Because it'll come out of the TV and grab you, but
Yeah.
it won't come out of a reflection of the TV.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't have a Shea Fond du Lait today, but Ira Mark did want to know our thoughts on, because he's having a disagreement with his friends. What is the must-have food at the Super Bowl party? Do you want to know the rankings right now?
Yes, absolutely.
Wings by far number one, which is surprising me. I actually don't see wings at every Super Bowl party I go to. But wings, number one. Pizza, number two. Queso, which I don't think that means all cheese. I think it's just that melted cheese dip.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
No,
about.
queso specific, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my must-have.
I was surprised by this poll.
Yeah.
I agree with Chris that the wings are not a good Super Bowl food. It's not traditionally the best shareable food for a mixed space where you're going to be moving around with or without a plate and a napkin. I was surprised to not see pigs on a blanket high up on this list.
I didn't see it at all, Gary.
It should have been right there at the top, Chris, with
It's
about
the best.
175 votes. I don't understand who these monsters are that are saying wings. I mean, unless you're talking about a specific lemon pepper, maybe, because you're not all saucy. But, like, what are we doing here? Pigs in a blanket.
That's completely right. In fact, after this very podcast, I'm going to the store. I'm going to buy some little Smokies.
Ooh,
So
you
I'm
know
going to
what?
make some.
I'm just going to say here, Kalen's going to have some listener Kalements about what you guys just said, because my understanding is that he is probably the one who started the campaign for best wings for Super Bowl food.
Kalen likes wings at all times, though. It's like you could substitute Super Bowl food for any word and then the word food, and he'd be like, "Oh yeah, wings would be good with that. Wings would be great for that."
And by the way, I can't remember the exact wording of this post on Facebook, but there is a difference between the Super Bowl party, where you're having a bunch of people over to your house and everyone's going to kind of move about and enjoy the game, and some of the wives will be up in the front room not paying attention, and we're watching the Super Bowl. What snacks do you have? Those are different polls. Wings are great, but not for the Super Bowl party. You want a shareable, finger foods,
Yeah. Das, what is the best dip? Queso, guac, 7-layer, bean. What do you want at the Super Bowl party?
For me, man, it's the queso dip.
And it's a queso dip like
Put hot cheese on
homemade.
fucking anything.
Oh, of course. Or do you get that one in the jar, like the little chubby, stubby jar, the Frito jar, and you just take it off, and that one's good. I actually like that cheese.
It's
a
not
lot.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. So, sometimes you can just fucking melt a Velveeta and throw in some enchilada sauce and some peppers and shit, and you can make your own queso. It's not that difficult, but
Right.
I go for a trusted, honestly, just a trusted can of nacho cheese sauce. That's all I need.
Yeah, I love that.
Just give me nachos, and I can put cheese on anything.
Boom.
Yeah.
Now, I was invited to a Super Bowl party, and they asked that I bring a thing for past treats. Not really past treats, but just treats for the Super Bowl. Something that we could share. And I was trying to think of what to bring. Pigs in a blanket, always solid. Everybody loves seeing that. But I thought, what if I brought if I just got a steak and I just cut it and just put pieces of steak.
Chris, you have a very unique thing in this particular case.
Yeah, you do. You have the ultimate fucking superfood.
You bring fucking lumpia.
Exactly.
Are you joking? Everybody who knows.
Exactly.
Why do you think you got invited to
Jesus
the party?
Christ, dude.
That's
Why do you
what
think-
I
bring the
why do
lumpia?
you I got news for you,
God
dude.
damn it,
No one
you're
else
right.
is bringing anything. They're just hoping you bring lumpia.
That is why they invite me?
Yeah.
I'll go a step further, Dawson. No one else who was invited was asked to bring a past treat. Chris was asked the lumpia would materialize.
So
Now, having said that, if you already bought a delicious steak, you can give it to us and we'll enjoy it here. But
Okay.
stick to the lumpia. That's what everyone wants from you.
All right. You're right.
my
You're totally
best,
right.
my best
look,
football
ribeye.
food that I make good is the pot stickers.
Yeah?
I'll make pot stickers for every
That's a great.
for
I
every
love.
snack of the.
You actually
football.
do the pinch, the fold. You make
No,
the shape.
no. Buy them ling ling, bro.
Okay.
Ling ling. Get the fucking ling ling. That shit is good.
Yeah.
You just you cook
Fry
them
it.
right,
You fry it in the pan, some oil.
and they fucking
Gary's like, Dawson's getting canceled.
Yeah, you're gonna need a hashtag, bro.
What I don't know
He's
what the fuck you're
praising the
talking
food.
about. It's
I don't know what
pot
ling ling
stickers.
is.
They're
You
pot
saying it
stickers.
here.
It's a brand name.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus
know, you
Christ,
said
dude.
Ling
Go to
Ling
a
over and over
grocery
again. I had
store
no
once in
idea.
a while.
Ling Ling is a brand?
Yes.
Yeah. See? I get Trader Joe's pot stickers.
Gary,
They're
read a
good.
book.
Jesus.
Read a book
Also,
or
don't
write.
be such a coward.
Or play
Do you
some
think I'm
ping pong?
stupid and I'm going to say something that you must think I'm an idiot.
Oh, gosh. This is getting awkward now. Gary froze. I think his screen froze.
There you go.
No, Dawson, I don't think you're an
There
idiot,
you
but I don't traditionally buy pot stickers, so I didn't know that was a brand. I was just trying to make a joke.
All right. I'll bring lumpia. All right, guys. I'll bring what you want.
Make it better, Chris. Bring lumpia.
This is all they wanted.
They want the lumpia, Chris.
Fine. And lastly, Christopher Logan says, how am I the first person to rate Watercooler on Spotify? I gave us 5 stars, by the way. Thank you, Christopher.
That was really nice of him to do that.
Now, I will tell you why you're the first person. Because I went on Spotify because I thought, I gotta bump these ratings up. I gotta inflate the this podcast a little bit. Add a rating of my own, 5 stars, and this podcast is awesome. Blah blah blah. I have no idea how to rate it. I went on Spotify. I have no idea.
You
I
just
couldn't
click
find
the
it.
stars.
No, I couldn't find it. I don't
Huh.
know. So anyway, thanks, Chris, for figuring it out. But let me know how to do that so I can.
I think a few people did it after him, so
What are we up to?
Oh,
11
great.
now?
something like that. Cranked all the way up to 11.
Well, thank you everybody for rating us on and in any way, and for being a part of the show. And that will do it for comments today. Thank you to all the listeners and the cell phones and all the people writing in the Facebook group. All right, let's go around the horn and get our plugs in, and then we'll GTFO. I'll start with Matt. Matt, what do you got?
I just want to give a shout out to our friend Eddie, who's helped a lot of people get into Disneyland. And, you got my number, buddy. And hope to hear from you real soon.
Nice.
Jesus.
I love it.
Like the littlest amount of shame, please.
I'm just saying, I got a food segment. There's all kinds of ways to integrate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disneyland needs your advertising. That's right, dude. Gotta get the word out, man. Gotta get the word out.
He does.
Also, thanks to David Hunley for finding that lingo. And again, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, go ahead and join that. Watch that video. And please sign up for our Patreon because we're going to break it down.
That's funny.
let's just say that there's a word in there that I was very excited to say on national television and get paid for it.
What a tease. What a tease. I love it. Gary, what's up with you?
So interesting. You can't rate Watercooler on Spotify unless you've listened to several episodes on Spotify.
Is that true?
That's what it is.
Yeah, you just click the 3 dots there at the top of the show, and it gives you an option to rate it. But I tried, and it said, no. You don't subscribe to this. You don't listen to this because I don't like Spotify, so I've never listened to our show on Spotify.
Oh.
But yeah, for me, you can just follow Everything Reasonable Doubt. Really good stuff with Adam and Mark today that will be up by the time you hear this, and a lot more to come.
All right. Definitely do that, and everyone wish Gary a get well soon because we miss him. He's been gone too long. So about you, Das.
Just you, the listener, take a day, turn off your phone. Don't fucking look at it. Don't answer any calls. Just find that day. I promise you, it is rewarding. I woke up this morning fucking raring to go. It's a good day off. So do it. Make it happen. Turn off the phone. Take a whole day. Go to get away.
I would love to do something like that.
So good.
I bet. When my phone dies, or when back in the day when we wouldn't get internet at work or things like that, and I was just like kind of free from those obligations, just for a little bit. It felt really nice. So I can't imagine what it's like to just turn off your phone and just be there, be wherever you are, and just be there and enjoy it. I mean, that's how they did it before cell phones, and
it's good stuff.
Yeah, I always wondered. So, not having to be having everyone just be able to get a hold of you at any time they want, be on your time. So I'm jealous, man, and good call. I totally agree with that. And as for me, let's see, my band's playing at 25 Degrees in Huntington Beach, February 25th. The 25. Playing for a few hours there. Also, definitely watch Matt's Lingo episode. It's truly fantastic, as you heard from that clip, that very short clip that we heard today. And check out the Patreon, of course. We did a movie night. We watched Road Trip recently. We got more Malo meetups, more movie nights, and it's such a good community there too. So and it's the only real way right now to support this podcast is to join the Patreon. It helps fund the show, but also you get something out of it too. So it's not just like a one-way street. We definitely do a lot of content there. What's up, Gary?
Chris, I just wanted to make a comment on that. Sorry, everyone in the Patreon community who's been asking about this. We are going to do Super Bowl squares for the Patreon community. You'll be getting a message in the next 24 hours with details. COVID brain slipped my memory on the last episode. So those details are coming to members of the Patreon community. And that's another great reason to subscribe because we do fun stuff that is just for that group of people. And you can subscribe at patreon.com/watercooler.
There you go. All right, that'll do it for today's episode. We'll see you later this week. We love you. Goodbye.